So we are going to move on to our next fireside chat onto the stage. So in the face of increasing competition and rising customer expectations, incorporating AI into their operations becomes imperative for brands looking to elevate customer engagement. The food service industry is doing this with exceptional prowess. To discuss delivering the perfect omni-channel recipe for QSR brands, please welcome onto the stage Kunal Badiani, the Regional VP Growth and Strategy for Mo Engage, Saeed Zishan, the Ali, Regional Technology Lead for Middle East, Pakistan, Turkey, Africa and Germany for Yum Brands, and also Vivek Gupta, the Director of Digital for MENA, Pakistan, Turkey, also for Yum Brands. Please welcome them to the stage.
Working fine. Hey everyone, guys, right before lunch, super pertinent. We have Pizza Hut, we have KFC. I promise you guys you'll be hungry after this, so let's start. I've been really looking forward to this. Let's start Zishan with yourself, then Vivek with you. Just a quick introduction and then we get into the first question, please.
So Zishan Ali, I look after the MENA region, Middle East, Pakistan, and Turkey, Africa, and Germany, the regional technology lead for these, making sure all the technology initiatives are up to mark, up to par, and taking care of our customers.
Vivek, to you.
I am Vivek Gupta. I am Director of Digital for KFC for the Middle East region. And before joining KFC, I was in McKinsey, India.
Perfect. So guys, first one, quick. We've seen and heard lots of conversation around data, digital channels this morning, and generally happening as well. In the world of QSR, channels are plentiful. Omnichannel is obviously the right recipe. Zishan, I'll start with you. In the world of Pizza Hut, how do you develop an omnichannel strategy? What are the things you think of?
So a couple of things that we look at it as a holistic view towards, operations, marketing, sales, making sure that we provide consistent experience across all the channels, because it's not just one channel that you're looking at. It's dine-in, it's drive-through, it's takeaway, it's web and app, and you build consistency across those so the experience remains the same whichever channel you touch. And one of the things that I wanted to touch is that omni-channel experience doesn't necessarily mean that it's supposed to be just online. It has to be offline as well. You build your organization around it. It's the whole strategy and the mindset that takes you towards the next step, where if I'm going to sit at home or either I go to the restaurant, I get the same quality, same experience, and same service as well. That's where you create that engagement and branding, and that the resonance comes from that.
Absolutely. And so Vivek, I'm sure it's similar, but omnichannel in the world of KFC.
For me, omnichannel, we have three key pillars. So one is access. We need to have brand presence in all the digital channels, whether it's offline and online. The second is connected. So all the channels should be connected seamlessly to restaurant so that restaurant efficiencies and team member experience is not getting complicated with all the channel access. And the third pillar is intelligence. So all the channels, they need to have a connection in a way that all the data should be unified, and we should bring in intelligence so that all the channels we can provide unified customer experience to all the customers that we have.
Makes sense. So I think the common theme is, regardless of channel, your customer is going to exist everywhere, and you have to honor that data to be able to drive the right experience. Vivek, I'll start with you. We've spoken about these channels. You'll have referenced a few. Is 2024 the year of a certain channel? Is something going to dominate in your strategy as you work with your teams?
Yeah. So for KFC, we have presence across almost 15 different channels, right? Whether it's delivery, dine-in, social. But in my opinion, in 2024, what's going to happen is that our delivery channel is already doing very good, right? And 45% of our business comes through delivery. So that channel will remain very strong, primarily driven by our own app because we have launched KFC loyalty program 1 year back, and we see it as a key driver for channel growth. The second important focus for us is the in-store experience in 2024. So we want to penetrate with digital kiosk in the stores, because digital kiosks provide greater customer experience. Customer have more control on ordering. Plus, for brands, there is a higher ticket uplift on kiosks. So it's a it's a good win-win proposition for both customers and brands. So these two channels are the key focus for 2024.
Very cool. And for yourself, Zishan, is there a common theme around channel preference, or do you see it differently?
So it's definitely the company strategy at the higher level is the same, and we follow the same strategy as well. But for me personally, what I have set as a benchmark for 2024 is that, say you, for example, if you walked into a restaurant and you said that I ordered something through the app 3 days ago and I couldn't remember it, can I have the same thing? So they have access to the same data and they're able to give you the same food, same experience and everything. So for me is having that specific data available across all channels and you having access to that. That's what my strategy is.
Makes a lot of sense. So I'm an avid customer of both your brands. Actually at Pizza Hut yesterday, as you know, I sent you photos. So data has been discussed, right? And today digital is becoming such an important component of the mix, especially for QSR. So how are you incorporating, Zishan, maybe I'll start with you. How does data play a part today? Is it the centerpiece? Is it a byproduct of strategy? Are you focusing heavily on utilizing this data that's available, you discussed just now?
So data is our centerpiece, basically. Without data, it's like shooting in the dark. For us, even if we look at food innovation, that comes through data. We have to keep up with the times, and since we are operating in multiple markets, the localization that happens, different types of new recipes that are emerging, that is through data. That's a very basic part of it. Then you look at how different channels are generating data and how you're going to interact with them. One of the things that we are focusing on is gathering personalized data where we can track one customer across multiple channels. For you, you might behave differently or order differently when you're at work. And when you're with your family, you might order differently. But we want to make sure that we give you the right message at the right time with the right content.
So for that, obviously, data has to be the centerpiece, like
Exactly.
you said. I'm guessing similar, Vivek, for yourself. Any other anecdotes on the data piece?
Yeah, I think for us, data lies into the third pillar, intelligence. So there are two aspects of data, right? One is customer side, right? Yeah. What we want to do is, with customer data, we want to make sure that our customer gets best of experience. We understand, how they are experiencing brand. We understand how we can provide better value to them by personalized offers, personalized combos, personalized menu. So we want to go to the super personalization so that customer can get maximum value out of the brand. And then second, on the brand side, there is a lot of business opportunity that you can unlock. For example, we have around, say, 7 million customers. If I can get one additional transactions, from them, the business impact could be almost $100 million in a year. So there is an immense potential. So data becomes very core for us.
So the way you're looking at it is obviously having data is important. I think Zishan mentioned to be able to personalize the experience, but also to get insights from it so you can drive the right conversation forward with your customers. So in the context of data today, or in your world, right, it's very difficult to take away technology. Technology plays a critical part in these initiatives that you all have mentioned. We see at MoEngage QSR brands, and we're fortunate to work with both your brands in different markets, using us as the core customer data and engagement hub platform of choice, right? Are platforms a big deal? Are you talking about centralizing everything in one sort of unified way across technology and platforms? Zishan, maybe you first.
So platform is definitely a big deal, but then we have to understand that it's a tool. Your organization needs to be built around it. By building around, I mean certain capabilities need to be there, certain POCs need to be there, certain goals and targets need to be set. And it just can't be a year or two thing. It has to be a 4 or 5, 10-year plan. Then you'll be able to extract the most out of the tool. You cannot just get a tool and expect that, you're going to wave a wand and overnight things are going to change. because you're going to test, you're going to do A/B testing, you're going to make sure that certain segments are developed. How are they progressing? You're going to take one step back, two step forward. So that ideology has to be built in the organization where it can rebrand itself, re-gear, and then take the next leap towards it. And without organizational commitment, it's not going to be there.
Got it. So obviously, it's very important, but without the right parameters around it, it's never going to be driving value. I think, Vivek, we spoke outside about this briefly, where you were sharing a similar belief, but also what you said beautifully, and I'll share with the audience, is that really having a platform is not going to solve every challenge, right? How do you see the world in KFC, in your plans, in terms of utilizing platforms and technology?
So in KFC, again, we use different platforms, and almost all the tier 1 platforms. We have customer data platform, we have CRM system, we have loyalty system, right? Then we have our own assets, data warehouses. So it's very complex, right? So what becomes very, very important is that the team on the ground with vendors, with KFC team, with our franchisee team, we all need to work together very closely to unlock value from all this complex integration. So that becomes very, very important. However, if we see, the impact is immense, right? So if I talk about CRM platform in some of the regions, right? So we have capability where we can create 500 creatives per minute and personalize it to the customer. We have almost 300 different campaigns running on to make sure that customers are not churning, right? So as you see, you can go as complex as possible. However, the teamwork is very, very important, and unlocking the value of platform is very, very important.
And I think you had nicely said as well that it's not just the brand, it's equally the technology partner and the support and working together that will unlock that value for you guys, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. I think technology partner is very, very important. Their contribution is very, very important. If you really want to unlock value, you need a very clearly, having a good mind share from technology partner as well. It's very, very important.
Makes sense. I'm loving the conversation. I'm looking at the clock, and I think I have time for maybe one more question. And I'm going to do the typical end, right? Crystal ball, 2024, QSR, digital becoming important. Is there a trend or a technology that you think 2024, and maybe I'll start with you, Vivek, if that's okay, will be all about, right? Thinking about you as a leader, you guys as leaders, in terms of this year coming up.
I think 2024 for me, I think 2 key priorities. So one will be voice, drive-through automation using voice. And then the second is definitely, AI and generative AI, right? So we really need to double down on that one, these 2 technologies.
Cool here. And Zishan, yourself?
Yeah, it's more or less the same. For us, we're focusing on AI and ML. So making sure that we are able to understand our customer better, we are able to connect to them better, we are able to serve them better. And a couple of things that we're also focusing on is generating those location-based intelligence, where our customers are based. Since most of the platforms are available on mobile devices, you want to see where those pockets are where you can target maybe your outdoor as well. So it's cross-connecting across within your company and making sure those targeted efforts are going in the right direction.
Right. So voice, obviously using location data, but a common theme that both of you mentioned, I think a lot has been discussed around it, is AI and ML to utilize that data and drive insights. But guys, I think we've hit our limit. I'm obviously super grateful that you all have made time to be with me on stage. Everyone, please give Zishan and Vivek a round of applause.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you all are hungry after this with KFC and Pizza Hut speaking, guys. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.